Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see all of our faces. Welcome to CPLAT Profile Limited, your investment house. We are here again this Friday for our business and real estate masterclass. I want to welcome everybody. If you're going to see this video, people online, I want to welcome you, all our realtors in Asaba. Let me talk to Asaba more. Enugu now has their own machinery is working there. They are doing very, very well. Yesterday, they had an amazing lunch, amazing food, and and seminar. Okay, so the MD said he will be coming to Lagos soon, and when he comes to Lagos, we'll do our own Lagos own and do small party. Okay, so I want to welcome everybody watching this stream right now. Thank you for joining us. Today is another great day. We'll be looking at some opportunities of real estate and how to maximize them. So maximizing the opportunities in real estate. So that's what we're going to be doing today, this morning, in a few moments' time. Okay, so let us pray. Father, we thank you. We thank you for your love. We thank you for your protections. We thank you for your guidance all through this year to this moment. We give you all the glory in the name of Jesus. Father, we want to appreciate you. We want to bless you. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for your mercies. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your protections. Blessed be your mighty name in the name of Jesus. Father, as we proceed, we ask that you proceed with us. Give us wisdom. Give us understanding. Give us great ideas, Lord. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray. Amen. All right, so today, there's no other person that will take us on this class other than my senior colleague, Mr. Bright Phillips. So let's welcome with the clapping ovation as he takes us on this class this morning. Welcome very much.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Good morning. I hope you had a lovely weekend, lovely week. Okay, that's nice. I'm happy to hear that. We are happy to see your faces and we welcome you once again to CPLAT Realtors Academy. And this is a masterclass session for us so that we can move forward in our business. And today we're going to be discussing a very, very important topic, which is maximizing the opportunities of real estate. But before we go into this, I want to say something really quick about opportunities, just something very brief. Now, in a world of infinite possibilities, opportunity is just a tick away. Opportunity is just a tick away. I'm sure as a human being, when you are breathing, you don't say breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. No, you don't. That's the same way as opportunity. You don't see them coming. You don't count them when they come. But all you know is you just experience them. They just come in. So why are we stating this first? To make us understand the timeliness of opportunities. We do not get a warning. We do not see any warning when opportunities are about to come. That's why we have to say all this first before we begin. Now, many successful men, before they got to where they are, they had to, first of all, take advantage of multiple opportunities. It's not one opportunity that will get you to the breakthrough you need, but series of opportunities. So, what are we saying here? Is that every opportunity you get prepares you for the next one. So, the breakthrough now that is going to come your way, before it can come, you have to have been prepared with other opportunities. Why are we saying this? Is that whatever stage you are in right now, opportunities are being presented at every point in time. At every single point in time. But what determines how it is handled, it is your approach. Is your approach. And that's why we're looking at this topic, how to maximize opportunities. How to maximize it so that we can be successful. We can get that breakthrough that we're looking for. Now, in this class, we're going to be looking at the introduction, first of all. Then 5 tips for maximizing opportunities in real estate. Then I'll be showing you a very interesting video to keep you motivated. Then before we have conclusion, then questions and answers. So have at the back of your mind and start searching yourself to ask yourself now, where are the times when you can create opportunity for yourself and where are the times where you need to stay patient to observe and plot. That's what you start asking yourself now, because those times are there. They present themselves to you. Whether or not you like it, it depends on your own attentiveness to every single situation you have been presented with. Now, introduction. First of all, the nature of the real estate industry is exactly what you make of it. Is that true or not? It is exactly what you make of it. Now, preparation and education can be some of the best tools in a realtor's arsenal. Preparation and education. Now, I need to buttress on this a little bit, because people might think education is going to school, but no, education is not going to school. It's more than just that. The school system just assists you in learning. It just assists, but education is how well informed are you? How well have you taught yourself to think? That is education, staying informed. So now we have seen that preparation and education are some of the best tools in a realtor's arsenal. I'm sure we know what an arsenal is. Now it says they will make the good times better and mitigate the down times. However, despite due diligence, there are times when a deal may not go according to plan, or business may be a little slow. I'm sure it's something that we can all relate with. We must admit that there are times like that. There are times like that. Now he says, don't worry. Even the best realtors run into this at times. Fortunately, there are things you can do to keep your business running, even in slow times. Again, the real estate business is what to make of it. If you follow the advice below, you will learn how to maximize real estate opportunities. So first of all, that's why this is highlighted in red, because those are the very key things that we are going to be looking at, that we have to take note of. Preparation and education. How well prepared are you for every opportunity? How well informed are you for every opportunity? That determines your approach to every single one of them. So that's why it's in red. Very, very key point. Moving forward. Now, let's look at the 5 tips to maximizing opportunities in real estate. I'm sure we know already that lead generation is one of the most important. We know some of all these things, but we have to be reminded. Lead generation. As a matter of fact, you as a person, you might feel you have done all you need to do. But the truth is, you need to keep leads constantly coming in, whether or not they go through the whole state of the sales funnel. I'm sure we know the sales funnel and all the stages. Whether or not they go through all the stages, keep the leads coming in. Keep the leads coming in, because we have already said that every opportunity prepares you for the next one. So even if even if you get a particular lead that doesn't get to the end of the sales funnel, it prepares you for the next one, giving you lessons. So now, lead generation is one of the important ways to maximize opportunities in real estate. Now he says, if you don't have a steady stream of new leads coming in, the success you experience may be short-lived. You need to have a constant supply of new leads coming in. Constant supply of new leads coming in. Whatever approach you need to use, whatever method you need to make use of. But it's very key to ensure that new leads are coming in at every point in time. Now it says, even if you are in the middle of a lucrative deal, you need to find the time to market and generate leads. We need to stay creative. That's the thing about lead generation. Stay creative. Now the internet has now given us more options on how to generate leads. Now we do not have to now use the traditional method again of having to meet people. We can now use social media, staying creative. That is why we in CPLAT, we are steadily giving you material, steadily giving you videos you need. Why? Because we know that we have to give you all these things to keep the leads coming in. It now depends on you and your creativity. Now, it says, no matter what you are doing, you can find an hour or 2 in a week to work on marketing. An hour or 2, just in a week at least, to work on marketing to generate leads. Regardless of how busy you are currently, you need to always make time to bring in new leads. You can do this by leveraging on social media, using paid promotion to target specific people, or using the traditional method of word of mouth to put the word out there. Now, I want to put some emphasis on this. Now, many times, I'm sure we have done paid promotions, and sometimes it looks like this paid promotion is not working. But let me tell you, it's all about you changing different things. If, for instance, you do a particular paid promotion today, and you target an audience of, let's say, from 25 and above, you check your results, you evaluate. You can decide to change that audience, maybe increase the age or change something else. But do not think that your paid promotion would not fetch you something. You just have to keep on changing something. Keep on changing. It's all about the strategies that you're using. Keep on changing it. Why am I saying this? Because most times you do paid promotions and it feels like it's not working. But it now depends on how we want to now do it by our own self. Don't forget, paid promotions are very key, and they work. They work. It's all about you evaluating your results. They work. So now this is a way we can use to generate leads. Leverage on social media, use paid promotions, or you use the traditional method of word of mouth. The word of mouth is the simplest way. You can come in contact with some kind of people and then they might not know what you're doing. It's an opportunity to put it out there. It's an opportunity. That's the traditional way of word of mouth. All these things are seeds. They are seeds that you're dropping in their mind. Whether or not you know it, you have planted a seed and you do not know to what extent it will germinate. So that's just it. That is the word of mouth that we're talking about. And even also using social media and paid promotions. Now, the next one says network. Your network. Marketing and lead generation is one thing. But you can never neglect your networking. Never. You can never neglect your networking. It is very important to know this, that every single circle you find yourself is an opportunity to put out what you're doing. It might not be that person that will buy. It might be a person that he knows that will buy it. Don't trust. Don't think that what you're saying to them is invalid. Don't think that it's not going to work. Don't think that it's not going to fetch you something. Just put the word out there. Networking. Your network. Networking. Now it says, networking isn't always easy when you are tired and frustrated. I'm sure we can relate to this. It's not always easy. We've tried strategy here, strategy there, and then it can just get you exhausted. And you're like, what's even the point? You know? But it says, but it is the backbone of any good investing business. Without clients that we're pulling in, there's no CPLAT. CPLAT is just carcass. So, but the network now is the connection of people that make the company what it is. You are the company. It is the connection of people that will give you the value that you need. What matters now is how you are putting it out there, what you are saying to them, how you are packaging yourself. That's what matters. This thing is all about planting seeds. We're talking about planting seeds here. You never can tell when the seed will germinate. It's all about planting seeds. Enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy it. Enjoy it enough to tell people what you're doing. Enjoy it enough. Now it says, the more people you know, and the more people that you know, the more people that know you, the greater the chance that you will constantly find deals and keep your pipeline filled. The more people you know, and the more people that know you. We can say here that we are introverts. We don't like to relate so much. But this is business here. This is business here, and then you have to make relationships. You just have to. You just have to keep your business going. So the more people you know and the more people that know you, it creates a greater chance to constantly keep the leads coming in. I'm sure we've heard Mr. MJ say this a lot, that most times it's the contact that he makes that is of much importance to him. You know, that is something that we must take note of, the contact. It might not be today that they will buy, but just have the contact somewhere. So now, connecting with people is one thing, and finding the right time to tell them what you do is another. You see that? You must enjoy what you do before you can tell people what you are doing. Enjoy what you represent. Networking. When you see seminars that you can attend, you attend. If you have a group of friends that you know are like minds with you, you keep that circle Keep the circle moving. Keep it moving. Why? Because the person can come in contact with somebody that needs your property. And if you do not keep the circle going, the person might not remember you. You probably remember somebody else. So that is why networking, have people that are around you that you know that you can constantly be reminding, please help me put this out there. Please help me put this estate out there. Please. It helps. It helps. So networking is part of a way to maximize the opportunities in real estate. Now, before we move, I want to make sure that all of us now are on the same page. We're on the same page, right? Yes. Okay. Now, the next one is partner with other businesses. Partner with other businesses. The business does not have to be so big. It doesn't have to be too big. But just know that so long as that business is going every day, people are coming in there. People are coming in there. You know, most times you see some of all these clients. I've seen clients that have patronized us, and then they look very, very normal. They look very casual. You might think that this person does not have money, but they have money. So don't think that the provision store beside your house is not a place you can partner with. Don't think the tailor that is beside you is not a person you can partner with. Partner with businesses. Now, I want to point something out. There was a company that my dad was working in some time ago, and then this company, they got a contract from a particular real estate company to give some particular staff lands. Now, whoever would have connected that contract together, how much money do you think that person will make? Whoever brought in my dad's company and the real estate company together, whoever brought that deal together, how much do you think the person will make? A lot of money. Because the company will keep on giving people lands from that same person's company. So you see partnering, you see how partnership works. You know, this thing, for this particular idea now, right, you can write a proposal, right? If you know somebody in a particular company, and you know that this person is important enough to actually put the word out there, write a proposal, give the person, tell the person that you want to give this person a contract that will give him access to land at a particular discounted rate for every single person in the company. That would help. Draft the proposal, make it precise enough, nice enough, and you'll find yourself closing deals even without you doing so much. So you see that partner with businesses. The business doesn't have to be too big, but partner with business. Every single business that you see out there that people are trooping in is a place that you know you can partner with. I have said this, I've given this testimony before, how the woman who gives us snacks, I'm sure, but I have said it again for some new ears that are here. Now, the woman who gives us snacks, a realtor from C-Plat was there, and the person went to buy snacks from her. Now, a man walked in there to come and do something else, probably printing or something. And then this man saw the young realtor sitting down and drinking and enjoying his yogurt and said, young man, buy me something now. And the young man he bought him a drink and snacks, just casually. But from there, conversation started, and then he told him about the business. What happened? Contact was established. They followed up. Long and short story is that man bought property from C-Plat. That's long and short. So you see that. Do you know that already is a partnership between both the snacks person, the realtor, and also the clients? Do you see the whole thing? Now, you see, if you go to that place, it's not so big. It's not so big, but you see what has come out of it. It doesn't have to be too big. It does not have to be too big. See potential in businesses that are already existing and thriving. You can partner with them to bring in leads. Now, partnering with other service providers isn't just a great way to generate leads without paying a cent. That man now, that realtor that closed that deal, he didn't pay. All he did was to just buy him snacks and bought snacks from the place, and that was all, without paying a cent. But also a great way to build a more competitive business, one with the potential to keep growing in today's tough markets. All the strategies, put them inside your pocket and just keep them. You never can tell when they will come in handy. Put them inside your pocket and just keep them. Keep them. Someone else might need them, or you might even need them. Now let's move on. Next one says, create a deal for every class. Create a deal for every class. Now what do we mean by this, right? Now, you may come across a particular person. He might not need the land, but he might have a mother. He has a mom in the village, in the east. The man might not know that his mom needs that land, but are you actually prepared enough to convince that man to buy the land for his mother? That his mom is still a particular class of the society. Create a deal for every class. Are you prepared enough to convince a man who has a child to buy land for that child? Are you prepared enough? Do you have the well-structured information enough to give that person? Create a deal for every class. The trader, the businessman, the market woman. Create a deal for every class. All these are things that would help us, because you never can tell when you come across somebody who might actually need it, but you will not know he needs it. But it's you who have to tell him why he needs it. Create a deal for every class. Now he says, as a real estate consultant, it is important to note that you will stumble on people, you will not stumble on people with the same needs. Therefore, it is advisable to create a deal for all classes of people in the society. Create a deal for all classes of people. Is it the grandma? Is it the grandfather? Create a deal for all classes of people in society. Create a reason why it is necessary for all classes of people to buy your properties. This is one way we can maximize opportunities in real estate. A man might not know why his child needs to own a land. He might not know. He might not see that necessary. You know, all this is about educating people. You might not know. But if you are prepared enough, if you have the information, you'll be able to tell him why his child needs that land. You'll be able to tell him. Now, the next one says, this one is also very, very key for us. Build a team of formidable agents. Build a team of formidable agents. Now, many of us here, I'm sure we have downlines. We have brought in downlines here. Do you know that you can build a team? You can even build your company from those downlines. You can. You can build a well-structured organization just by bringing in downlines and then preparing them, equipping them, creating meeting times. Now, you might bring in somebody who is not well-versed in real estate, but because you are in the business, you have brought in a downline. You can educate him, and you find the person keeping up. Build a team of formidable agents. This will help a lot because you cannot be everywhere at the same time. But by the time you have, imagine having up to 6 downlines around you, and then once in a while you meet with them. Why are you meeting with them? To make them understand that each of you have a goal. Now, every person cannot be in the same place at the same time. But by the time everybody has an information and a goal they're working towards, wherever they are, they can try to achieve that goal. That is why we can build a team of formidable agents. This is why we need to do it. Bring your downline. If you know that you as a person do not have downline, start bringing downline, because that is a way of even building your own company for yourself. That is how companies, so many real estate companies, owners, that's how they started. By just bringing people, and then creating a very good network, ensuring that they are informing them on a steady basis. So please, with this being said, if you have downlines, keep up with them. If you have brought any downline to C-Plat, please and please keep up with them. The essence of bringing downline is not to just bring them in and then leave them, let them just do whatever they're doing. When you bring in a downline, you ensure that you are steady keeping in contact with them. Because of course, even in a commission structure, everybody has a percentage. So it means that as your downlines are closing, you two are also getting your own. So ensure that as you're bringing a downline, keep up with your downlines. Keep up with them. Ensure you are informing them. Ensure that at least once in a while you meet with them to discuss the goals that you want to achieve. This is very key because it can even help. You never can tell how far to take you and your company. You never can tell. Now it says, trying to grow without a supportive team can be exhausting for you. It can. It can. Adding a team member or two can help make things more manageable, so you can bring on more listings and close more deals. Please and please, this is a very, very important topic for every one of us, because every developer that you see today, this is how they started, by bringing in 1 or 2 people. And it's not just about bringing them, following up with them, be informing them, educating them, telling them that we have a goal to achieve. Give yourselves targets. If you and your downline come together, give yourselves targets. Give yourselves targets. Equip yourself with necessary information. This is very, very key. Now it says, your business can only grow to the capacity of the team. It can only grow to the capacity of the team. Just a side note, make sure you hire the right team members for your team. A bad hiring decision can be very detrimental to a real estate business and will waste time and money. Ensure that they can match up to your goals and your standard of operation. So you see that what we are talking about once again is maximizing the opportunities of real estate. This is one very, very key way. Like I said, it cannot be everywhere at the same time. But by the time you have a formidable team, wherever it is they go, if you have given them a goal to accomplish, if every one of you have a target to accomplish, they will have it in mind and they will work towards it. So this is one very key thing. Now let's do a quick recap, because this is the fifth one. First one, lead generation. As much as possible, try your best to generate leads. Even if it's an hour or two in a week, to work towards generating a lead, generate leads is very key. Next is your networking. Networking. Take advantage of gatherings. Take advantage of gatherings. Meet new people. That is what keeps businesses going. Partner with other businesses. No business is too small. No business is too big to partner with. It can also help. People are coming in there, and this can help you grow your business. Create a deal for every class. Create a deal for every class. This is something that you have to have even practiced by yourself to know how to convince a man that has a grandmother who can actually use a land, who needs the land, or a child who needs the land. This is still left to us. And also build a team of formidable agents. Now, before we play this video, there's a video I want to play for every one of us here. But before I play this video, I want to say something real quick, right? Now, this video I'm about to play is for our motivation. It's not for our intimidation. It is to motivate us. Now, even our MD, Mr. Dixon Onichuku, is enough success story to motivate us. Now, we need to see something else, a documented story of somebody who entered into real estate business with nothing and came out a millionaire. But now, before we go into this video, I want to tell a story of Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders. Now, who is Colonel Sanders? I'll begin from his early childhood. Colonel Sanders, at age 5, he lost his parents. At age 5. At age 16, dropped out of school. At age 17, he had begun getting jobs. But then, he had lost already 4 jobs at age 17. Age 17. At age 18, he got married. Age 18. Then, he went on to become a train conductor at age 18. Now, from 18 to 22, that's what he was doing. At age 22, he left that job and then went into the military, went into the army. What happened? That's also too, he failed in that as well. At age 24, he had a child. At age 25, his wife was fed up with his poverty and decided to leave him. True life story. At age 25. Now, Colonel Sanders was, this already broken him as a person. Imagine having to have failed amount of times. He even went to look to work in a law firm. He was rejected. He went and became an insurance salesman. He failed. Look at how many failures he went through. Now, he got to a point where he had to go to a cafe to work as a dishwasher and a cook. That's where Colonel Sanders grew up as a person, lived his life on and on and on. At age 65, Colonel Sanders was depressed, so depressed that he decided that he was going to commit suicide. Now, this was after his retirement. He retired, and then what did they give him? $105. That was all he had to himself at age 65. He was so depressed, felt like a failure. So what kind of life is this? Look at all that happened. Mind you, at some point he tried to get his wife and his child back, but what happened? And that failure again. Now this is a man who was so depressed at 65 that he was about to commit suicide. But he now went under a tree to write his will before committing suicide. He wrote his will. He wanted to write his will. But instead of writing his will, he said, let me write what I would have achieved with my life instead of writing a will. As he started writing that will, as he started writing what he have achieved, he thought about what is it that is better than anybody else. And he thought about cooking. Now, right there and then, an opportunity came up. An idea that made a breakthrough came up right under that tree. Colonel Sanders immediately, he grabbed hope. He grabbed the ray of hope from that idea. And he went on with it. He moved on with it. When he found out that, wow, I can cook better than anybody else, what did he do? He went home to prepare a recipe of fried chicken. And then from then on, started selling from door to door in Kentucky. Started selling from door to door, door to door, door to door in Kentucky. At age 88, Colonel Sanders became a billionaire. That is a success story that you would need to hear. Why? Because you might think that you are too old to achieve your dream. You're not too old to achieve your dream. That's just the truth. You're not too old. Nobody's too old to achieve his dream. So that's why I have to give you this story. Why? Because he failed and failed and failed and failed and failed. But what happened? When he grabbed the ray of hope from an idea, he executed. Now what happened? By age 88, he became a billionaire. Now today, we have Kentucky Fried Chicken all around the world. KFC all around the world. But very people know his success story. Very, very few people. So that's Colonel Sanders. Nobody's too old to achieve his dream. So that's why I'm playing this video now. I want us to sit down and let it be a source of inspiration for us. Let it motivate us that as we go back home now, we are thinking about moves to make. It's not too late to achieve our dreams. It's not too late. It's not too late. So I want you all to sit back, relax, and be inspired.
Started from the bottom and able to find success from building homes for Nigeria.
According to the National Bureau of Statistics, Nigeria's real estate industry accounted for 6.39% of Nigeria's GDP in 2020. In today's video, we're going to be sharing the story of a 31-year-old real estate developer who started from the bottoms for Nigerians.
First of all, how old are you?
I'm 31.
You're 31?
Yeah.
How did you get started in the real estate industry?
I think the story should be about when I started business, not just when I started real estate, because real estate is like the 7th or 8th business that I actually founded.
Oh,
yeah.
You're a serious businessman.
And a lot of people will say, oh, how are you able to do all that in just 31 years of age, 30? I've been in the business for 15 years. My first business was registered when I was 16.
What business was that?
So we were teaching people in JAM class. I just finished secondary school. And I think I literally just got admission. We were teaching the secondary school leavers how to pass JAM. We were printing books, do tutorial. Then I moved to women wears. Then I sold food. Then I sold cars.
Oh, wow.
Then, a lot of businesses, some that I can't even remember right now. To be honest, I don't think I've ever worked for anyone.
So you've always had that entrepreneurship spirit, right, from a very young age?
Yeah, it's crazy because my dad is a lecturer and then they wanted me to be like him, like, this boy, you're brilliant. You always pass with good grades. What are you trying to do? This is why you're wasting away your life,
Yeah.
So we kept doing all of that, pushing, and then I came to Lagos. I think I came to Lagos here 2013. So I schooled in Ife. I was born in Ibadan. Ibadan. Lived the first 16 years of my life in Ibadan. And then when I came to Lagos, I had a shoe factory. We were making shoes, doing shoes. I mean, I was quite a successful shoemaker as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then while we were making shoes, I was supplying some real estate companies. So real estate company, the head of marketing was my very good friend. And then he was seeing the way I was marketing, I was selling, I was like, guy, if you sell shoes like this, you sell real estate. So I'll take the brochure, I'll take it to my factory because, of course, I used to sell shoes to top clients.
Like how many years ago was this?
This was year 2014. I think I did that again in 2015. Then I started my company, the real estate company, 2015 ending. So I started marketing other people's properties, started doing well. I think because I was an entrepreneur before, I had direct access to head of companies, like CEO of those companies.
Oh, that you've built the relationship with based on the shoe business.
Yeah, so I mean, I was looking for business for them. And it was not, I was more than just a marketer, more than an agent, because I give them business advice to them. Like when I did this time, it didn't work and I don't think you should do it like that. So they were telling me things, various things and stuff. And, they were impressed by my tenacity and all of those. It was crazy, it was not that easy. We started from Ibejuleki. Then, remember, I was selling shoes at the factory and then I think I had one car that I was driving. Uber just came into Nigeria around that time.
Yeah, around that time.
And then I had one that was doing Uber for me. When I would take the car, I would drive the Uber around.
Are you serious?
And at night.
Oh, you used to do, I used to do Uber too. Yeah, I used to do Uber too, but continue.
At night, I'm like, oh, well, this guy wants to send I'll do it at night because, of course, in the morning I'm a corporate guy. But then when we wanted to start a real estate company, there was no funds. Though I had support from some of my friends, Ifet, and they, God bless them. I think I sold 2 of my cars. So I sold my factory in Bajulai, all the machines that generate on my computer. My cousin, everybody was like, guy, are you normal? And it was something new, but I believed in it so much. So I sold everything. I think I was able to raise like 15 million. We then went to Ibejuleki to talk to the family of those people that want to give us land. They said, oh, go and deposit 200 million. We made them believe that there was 200 million place, but we can't pay at once. We have to say that your land is genuine. So in all the scope and stuff. So we gave them the check, I think 15 million. There was no money to do all the things. We signed the contract, we put the board on the land. Then I was like, oh my God, we've secured this land now, where do we go from here? Then they were running from there, sharing pamphlets, hustling, going to markets, going to meet people, marketing. I think the second day that we launched, we sold one plot. We were selling a plot for, I think, 550,000. But the woman who came to the office, I had you, can you come? I can't buy for 50, I'll buy for 400. But look, we didn't have a choice, man. Guess what? 2-3 months after that, we did not sell anything. I was the accountant, I was the HR, I was...
You're wearing so many hats.
I was doing everything myself. We just sat down, we prayed, did some strategic move, signed with some partners, and then from there, they picked up. We sold almost 300 plots in another 2 months.
What's your background like? What kind of family are you from?
So I'm from a very humble background. We grew up in Molete, Ibadan.
So you're a full Ibadan guy?
I'm not a full Ibadan guy. I'm from Lagos State. I'm from Ekpe, but we grew up in Ibadan. The only thing that young people did then was gambling, smoking, and taking paraga. On the streets, So the highest kind of dream that you can have as a young person is to own your own boss. I looked at the environment, I looked at everything. One thing that helped me was I got exposed to reading very early in life. Books that were much more older than me. So I can say that I read my way out of poverty. I started mingling with those people, but I had to call myself back to say, look, if you mingle with these people, you're going to end up being like them. And I don't want to be like them. And I'm like, you know what, I want to become governor. I want to do this. I want to do great things for my life. Look, I've listened to a lot of them. Oh, someone, hey, politician give him money. Yahoo boys used to give him money. So I'm not from a rich background. Maybe if I was, maybe I wouldn't be where I am today. So you have to give thanks to Almighty God for everything.
Why did you decide to build your business in Nigeria, despite the fact that everybody's complaining about Nigeria?
One of the worst days of my life was when I got rejected from the US Embassy. 4 of us, we went, I did the interview. I was even the one that spoke. The man just said, I can't give everybody this, I'll give 2 people this. I just give bam, bam. And omitted me. I'm like, yeah. I was so sad, And I think I read a book then. I realized that it's easier to make money in poor environment because the poor people don't know how to use money. Rich people, they have the smartest of lawyers. It's difficult to get money from them. You have to pitch the value so much. That's why you find out that Ponzi scheme
hits the poor more. True.
So it was not like I didn't try to live. I tried to. It
didn't not allow you.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
And when it didn't work, I'm like, you know what, let me stay and make money. To be honest, when I decided to stay, I did shoes. I made money, not a lot of money, but quite a bit. Before when we started, I was young and people were like, this boy, how can I give this
So much money to
this
him.
boy,
Yeah.
so much money. And then when anybody asks me, oh, who's the owner of the company? I'm like, the owner is in the UK. I'm the one that is managing
Managing it for him.
Some of them will say, don't worry, when the owner comes, I will come
I'll
and
drop.
And today's video is sponsored by the like button, so please hit the like button if you've been enjoying this video so far. When you hit the like button, it recommends this video to a lot of other people out there who can gain knowledge from this video too. Let's jump right back in.
We've been able to do wonderful stuff over the year, and I'm proud of the team.
Building a business in Nigeria is probably one of the hardest things to do. What are some of the challenges? Because I'm sure you've definitely faced challenges.
Look, trust me, they're ugly parts of it. I've lost a lot of money. I should have probably even been in jail by now. Is it the government problem, the approval? Like, you have an approval and one day someone comes, lock up your sites.
Even after you've gotten approval?
Yeah. I've been to buy land twice.
That's on your own land that you've paid for and your property.
My property, I have the
Nigeria,
title, I have
sure.
everything. I think one of the problems that most entrepreneurs face is raising finance, getting funds to start up, and sometimes getting the best hand to work with them.
One thing I've noticed from going around Africa and showcasing real estate, when you come to Nigeria, it's kind of like almost all the houses are the same. What do you feel can be done?
There's difference between when you're building luxury and then when you're building a house that just has to be functional. Most middle income people, they just want to live in functional houses. Remember, they don't have a lot of money. Some of them have even paid for 3 years.
True.
They can't use private mortgage because it's too expensive. If you want a functional house that is cheap and you're not prioritizing aesthetics, the developer then in turn has to reduce the cost of construction from design to materials. But if you go to Banana Island or Asokoro, for example, you probably see different new designs. And that's because, look, these people are rich. They can say that, look, I have 2 billion. Some people even say I have an open budget. Design a villa for me. I want to live like a king. Yesterday, I was in an estate around Ikati. I'm like, look, this is badly built. And the person told me that, but I enjoy 24 hours electricity and water. In our mind, like, I'm sleeping. I wake up in the morning, there's electricity. And there's water. And the water is not bad. I mean, what do I want again? This is Nigeria and I'm not rich. But I mean, look, we're getting there. If you notice, most of the buildings in Ikoyi now are being bulldozed off. Look at number 4, one of the best buildings in Nigeria. We are doing something on that road to 22 stories on Gerrard. It's called The Cove. It's not very luxurious, but we've paid attention to all the details, to almost everything.
That totally answers my question and it gives me more perspective and I think I understand it better now. I saw the name Veritasi Homes. What does Veritasi mean?
It's from Veritas, actually.
Okay.
It means truth, like integrity. So I think when we're trying to register it, and then I think we couldn't find Veritas, or the lawyer made a mistake or something. And it was Veritas. I'm like, yo, let's do it
like that. A lot of people feel like real estate in Lagos is too expensive.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
You cannot compare Nigerian real estate to South African real estate or England or Atlanta. First of all, look at that road that we came in from.
Yeah, that road.
From that, we fixed it ourselves. We've
that whole road?
Yeah, we've done it twice now. And we spent not less than 20 million 2 times.
Wow. Isn't that meant to be like government work?
Yeah, I mean, this is the country that we found ourselves. A country in which I've had to provide infrastructure myself to make sure that a development is done. I mean, who bears the cost? And then apart from that, the cost of money. For the people that take loans a lot from the bank, I mean, I take sometimes too. Taking money at 21, 22%. That's craziness.
Wow.
All of this light that you've seen here is done by ourselves. This water is produced by us. We put transformer here 2 or 3 times now. They've stolen the cable. One cable is like 3-4 million. So we then have to put securities, 247 every night to rotate.
To guide
this transformer. Do you understand? Where do I put that cost? If I'm going to transport building materials in developed countries, use the train. Transportation is cheaper.
It's cheaper.
If I want to take granite from where we take granite from here, I mean, the cost of granite itself is not very expensive, but the cost of transportation down to site is crazy. Do you understand? Just last year, reinforcement was 200 and something thousand, and this year it's already 430 to 440,000. Cement was 2006, 2005 when we started this project. Now it's 4,000. These are 100% inflation, not 16% like it's widely reported by newspapers and all. We've done a lot of projects that were not profitable. In fact, let me tell you, it's easier not to be profitable doing big projects like this than when you do 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 units.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean,
You know, when people see massive size, they feel like it's like more money.
So this is it, right? When you do projects like this, you
Yeah.
think, oh, so much money. It gives you a lot of revenue, good.
Yeah.
But if you do profit per earnings per unit,
Per unit.
you realize that it pays you to do 5 fully detached bedroom in Lekki and probably make like 20, 50 million naira each. If you do it like 50 units or 70 units, you realize at the end of the year you're making maybe 5 million naira each. The wastage, the artisans management, the people that will steal your stuff.
There are more. It's like you multiply your problems.
You know, the amount of inflation that will happen in the cost of the projects.
True.
Do you understand?
Because this will take longer than small.
You can easily finance 5 units yourself, but can you finance 70 units yourself? No, you have to go to the bank. The bank will give you a lot of bottlenecks. You know, they can even ask you for your grandfather's birth certificate. You know, and all of those. So that's the problem we're facing in Nigeria. Normally they say something that when you're pushed to the wall,
Yeah.
you turn back, right?
Yeah.
Normal places.
Yeah.
But in Nigeria, when you're pushed to the wall, you break the wall.
Well, and you keep moving.
You know, you break the wall and you keep moving, and that's what we've been doing. So you say, oh, there's inflation, this, that, complain and all, but people will buy. In Nigeria, one of the ways to measure success is by owning houses.
Owning houses, true.
You know, in other countries, you can say, oh, I'm successful, I have
Yeah.
bitcoins.
Yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, here is no. You
I'm
have
very
to own-
successful, but in Nigeria, I'm
you have to
successful. How
own
many real estate
do
do
you own? True.
You know, a lot of people have houses in ATL, in Dubai, and everywhere, but they have to come and buy. And then we have the population advantage, housing shortage, and all.
True.
So the buying power is there. Of course, the inflation, prices keep going up. But I mean, people manage to buy, and they will manage to build as well.
What would you like to change about Africa?
To be very honest with you, there are a lot of problems. I was coming from Dubai to Kenya,
Yeah.
and I was harassed at the airport. This guy was literally asking me for a bribe openly.
Yeah.
Even made me miss my flight. So what I'm trying to say is our people, the leaders, the people, the infrastructure,
So if you change something, the mindset is what you change.
the mindset. Yes, the mindset, because that's going to trickle down. A lot of people will say, oh, people, we don't want them to rule. But the younger people are worse than them, because I've had conversations with a few of them before. These ones are not hiding.
We'll flaunt it on Instagram.
You cannot compare to countries like France, like Belgium, like England.
yeah.
This country like 500 years, 600 years plus. You know,
true.
they've tried, gotten it wrong, tried,
gotten
you know,
it wrong.
and now they're doing well. But I mean, we're literally just 60-something years.
60-something.
So I think that there's still hope.
My final question for you is, there are lots of young entrepreneurs watching this, and when they even see the estate, they see the cars, they see the house, they're like, okay, I would like to be like this guy. If this guy can do it, I can do it. What's your advice to a lot of young African entrepreneurs?
A lot of people write me Instagram, I want you to be my mentor. But I can mentor everybody, this is differently.
Yeah.
So I have a program, it's called Learn Business with Nola, for Nola Business Incubator, which I do once, twice every year. To bring every young entrepreneurs together, talk to them, finance, strategy, management, leadership, all of those. Bring in some other top entrepreneurs as well. What I usually tell people is building a business is like raising a baby. To be very honest with you, is a bit hard. And it could be very easy as well. People say, oh, but you've built a wonderful company at 31. But I didn't start at 31, I started since 16. But they didn't know all of that because I even joined Instagram maybe 2019 or 18. So that's when they started seeing my pictures.
See your pictures.
And they started seeing beautiful pictures.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this guy's been balling
you
since.
know, if I didn't tell you that I've done Uber before, you
Yeah, I
probably
would not
don't
know. Yeah, true.
Right? So, I mean, that consistency, a lot of people don't have it. They get tired. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God. You know, a lot of times I get tired as well. But I mean, I get home, pray, take like 2 shots of whiskey, sleep.
Yeah, necessary. Necessary if you live in Lagos.
The consistency, the doggedness, the ability to manage people.
Yeah.
Remember, you need both smart and loyal people to grow.
Yeah.
In fact, you need more loyal people than smart
people, true.
You know, but that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
I really watch television. I think it was an Edis Award. The guy got the award and said, 10 years ago, I was behind there. I think it was Unlimited guy.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Okay, Unlimited LA, okay.
Like 10 years ago, I was a camera boy. I was
Yeah.
behind. I was hoping that one day I would also be a recipient of this award. Look, that boy was directly for 10 years. Nobody even knew that 10 years ago he was
Who was
do you
doing
understand?
that?
So the doggedness, the consistency, and the financial intelligence. I've never seen any rich man that don't understand their numbers, unless they're just going to be very average. And you'll be doing very well strategically, but you're not going to grow. Very average. You have to understand your numbers. Your finance has to be top notch. Even the people that have not gone to school but make money, they understand numbers. I've met few of them. Even the people that have made money illegally, they understand numbers so much. So you have to be financially intelligent. There's nothing executive about being a CEO. People just call it chief executive officer. Your job is to think. You have to be very strategic. Think for your people, motivate and manage them. And then lastly, I think keep a lot of money in the bank for your company. Because these are things that I think that they should start with. And then later, they develop their own philosophy to manage their own life. There is no identical scenario, no two identical scenarios. My scenario is different. It will be different from theirs. I can also go and sell shoes and
then do this one. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be different.
Do you understand? So they develop their own philosophy according to the scenarios that they found themselves.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. Really appreciate you. And I'm sure a lot of young entrepreneurs out there have learned a lot from your story.
In the next video, I'll be going around Lagos with Nola, and we're going to be exploring what a day in the life of a 31-year-old real estate developer is like. And we're also going to be checking out some of his properties. So if you're interested in properties in Lagos, Nigeria, or in Africa, definitely stay tuned for the next video. This year, we're going to be exploring more stories across Africa. So if you are not subscribed to this channel, you're definitely going to miss out. So please hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and happy 2022, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
for example, if someone open a shop here, they can start sharing flyers throughout here. Someone agreed it to me, and I went home and I studied it. So it used to occur to me that the way you discard other people's flyers,
exactly.
So I became very conscious to even smile and correct, then go through it and know whether I would want to patronize them or not. It made me very conscious of other people's business.
The thing is, now, the issue of flyers is as complex as the business itself. In marketing, I have come to realize that you don't just give flyers, you discard it. Now, when you go out of marketing, it's an advert now. First of all, create an atmosphere of friendship. There is what we call fact finding. In fact, there's what we call call notes. In that initial period, don't give a flyer to anybody, or don't give a call card to anybody. Just try to be friendly out there in the market. That is your business. Now, what most people do is that once they see you, they will say, "Good afternoon, sir. Please," you sit down, they give you a flyer. The tendency is that, but when you meet somebody on that first occasion, try to look at the person. If there's a pain point, be friendly with the person.
It's going to be the most
You don't begin to determine whether if I give my flyer to this person, he will discard it or he will keep it. Because there are people who, when you give the flyer, they might not look at it immediately, they will keep it somewhere. It means they value the flyer. But then you would have already sold yourself before you give the flyer. Most people give flyers and they just throw them away. And you think you are going to the market and you are not worked. If you meet 3 or 4 people in a day, and you give a flyer and they accept it, you have done greater work than if you had gone and given the flyer to 1,000 people. Yeah, that is the way it is.
Thank you very much, sir. So, I guess that's able to portray.
Everybody is always popular. Nobody is listening.
I am saying this, man. I am saying this from my background as an insurance person. I go out, like I went out yesterday to sell insurance. I didn't just go and I made you, I said, "Good morning, Mr. Brown. My insurance, my name is Peter Jackson. I work for Geico Insurance. I have come to discuss with you, on one with you, no, I will not. That's a week. If I come to your shop, I will say, "Good morning, sir." And I said, "My name is Mr. Jackson. I am a representative of Geico Insurance. My company has sent me out today on a day that is convenient to you. Which day do you think will fit perfectly in my itinerary?" He might suggest a date. If he does not, I will suggest a date. We will walk over that date. If I have a card in my car, I'll give him my card. Then I'll go away. We will not discuss anything about that for human life risk.
Crazy appointment.
Now, I'll come back on that day I've created an appointment.
Yes.
So that even if I meet the sales boy and he asks me, "Do you have an appointment with the Oga?" I'll say, "Yes, I have an appointment with him." So I'll now go in. It is on that day that I'll now create an atmosphere where I will discuss my plans with him. I think it also goes to real estate. If you carry this flyer and you go to give to somebody, "I am real estate, please take my flyer." He does not really know what need you are trying to serve him. You must not create a need before you give a flyer.
That's why it's so frustrating sometimes.
Sometimes, when you say,
I have gone for something which is quite different from what I am doing.
It happens when we went for
I'm only against stock
that is stock market.
stock marketing. You see that they said that.
Stock market is not a time for
I have your people. There's some school there.
It just requires
So then I would demand for them how much I'm doing. Or you want to go back there and check you will find.
It's always good to find out.
Going close to that person and not if he's interested. It's what the first of now. Don't have time before you start telling about business.
Yes.
That means you have to create a line of friendship. I know that I've seen so many don't get response. But for me,
yes,
it matters a lot. I got a friend I went to meet and I discovered a friend. I asked him to join I introduce him to like buying a plot. We can sell, not when we don't want to build. He welcomed the idea. But later on, he will tell that I'm buying it.
And sometimes experience is that even that random sharing of flyers could even help.
Of course, sometimes.
I had a story where somebody just dashed on somebody who was just driving into his apartment like this and gave him a flyer. So, unknown to the person, he didn't know that the man didn't even have interest in that flyer. He just kept it on his bed. So he was walking in, just he packed all of what he had in the bed in the apartment. So he went and dropped everything. So a friend of his came. So they were just discussing, saw that flyer and they took it off. They were just going to it. So he said, who gave you this? I think I like this. They just told me to their discussion. He said it was just somebody just saw me there. You know, they just stop some guys have a move around. You understand? He said that his friend developed interest. He said, I think I like this. He said, you can call that. I think there is one that you can call. That is how we call the person. And you close the deal. So sometimes it could help. That's what I'm doing.
Sounds for rare cases, so very rare cases.
For me, for that first day, if you go out for marketing, and maybe that's the first day you're meeting the person, you know, it depends on the mood that person I met that person with. If the person is in the mood to talk with me, I will talk with him or her. At the end of it all, I will give her my flyer. But if that person is not in the mood to discuss it, I don't need to give her my flyer to that person because absolutely he's not going to make use of that flyer. So I would rather leave the person and go. But once I meet you and you are in the mood to talk with me, I will tell you what I do, why I came to meet you. And at the end of the day, I will give you flyer. And after a discussion, we exchange numbers. So to me, it depends on the mood. That first time, you didn't know the person, you're just meeting him for the first time. So it depends on the mood you met that person.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So, Samantha, I hope we remain to discuss this properly with clients. Yes. So, is there any other questions?
Because outside there in the field, we see a lot of things outside there. A lot. Human beings are very difficult. Very difficult. That the most difficult thing to manage is like human beings.
That's where I used to say successful people. It's not just the money they're making.
It's not just the
yeah, but sharing that to manage and in each state or each country. Because I'm tired of lessons. I don't get plenty since I was born. Kukuma showed me the way and let me stop suffering. Like when someone like me that rents house, Jesus, you will carry clients, my soul, you will waka. He will now, the person will now find house and say, let me go and pray. After praying, they will tell you that this house has issue. You find another one. Okay, this one doesn't have issue again, I will get paid. Then the next thing you will hear is, I want to bring my sister. I want to bring my brother. They will bring the brother.
It's the brother that will live there.
It's your brother is not the one that will live there. I will go and deal because I'm a female and I have so much patience. Can't deal with men. I used to go and deal with a male. So that they will change your mentality. Then they will send you again to go and look for, as if it's easy to go and look for. And their budget is never big enough. You will pass and say, how much is that house? It's not within your budget. That one is 600 and your budget is 450.
I think it's a mentor. What the man, he said, and all these achievements that you have recorded over the years, what has been your greatest challenge? The bishop said his greatest challenge has been how to manage people. So human management is very complex. And you need to be done with things of faith.
Yeah. If not, it can bring down the company.
I'm telling you.
Any organization.
And if you have this feeling that if you go there in the market, you meet people who have not had encounters with other people who are real estate agents, you are just making a mistake. Capacity to talk about CPR will convince them otherwise. I met somebody who was intending to buy, you know, a governor area. So I wanted to know from him why he wanted to buy land in Buha. That somebody who is in the real estate live very close to him here. And that the person had talked to him and found that even gone to that white sand area. And they have discussed with the families and so on. And I gave him several reasons why he should not buy land in Evidence. It's an Easterner. And then presently we are talking, the guy I took me to.
Okay,
Yes.
that guy went to the show.
Yes, there are all indications that the guy will buy land in Evidence. He has just said we should not give him some land. I had to dissuade his mind from buying land in Evidence. I didn't want to buy land in Evidence from the East. So after several discussions, he now saw reason what I was telling him. So he now decided to buy, but then that we should hold on. I mean,
It's just that land here seems to have prime value. So it's obviously not going to remain like that.
No, I don't think I have any
if you even look at, see,
you can buy in Lagos, but you can buy anywhere.
if you even look at,
Because my children will not grow up in Lagos. I mean, the trend of safer to government of Nigeria is not predictable. Because I know
it's not predictable.
see how economy
There's no reason why it's not. You go here,
the land is appreciated. When land is being
no, but then studies.
One house.
Studies have been shown.
It's not only by
One house.
to solve problems.
Real estate has been shown. Studies in real estate have shown that land, people buy more land now in Southeast than in other places in Nigeria.
Then, of course,
Yes.
judging from the string of events.
Yes.
So, listen, one thousand to ask you
invest in
on this, how were you to convince this man? Because I'm sure it's something that every single person might be actually get to buy land
in the East.
Someone who had an idea of buying Lagos. I want to just share because that information might help some of us here.
Okay.
How was it to convince the man to buy
Yes,
Lagos?
of course, you get to find situations.
Yes.
To buy
The East and not of Lagos.
Now, when I met him initially, he told me that he was already in China. And we got talking. So that I didn't discuss anything serious with him. So I left. The following day when we met, I wanted to know from him what his strong points were on buying land here in Lagos. So this is all a road, mostly is all a road. And that when he's living now, the rains and they will move from that place to where he has his house. So I now told him, I said, for how long? He told me that he had been doing business for about 15 years. And I asked him, for how long do you think you still stay in Lagos? He said, he doesn't really know. But if an opportunity comes in the East, he would rather prefer to go to the East. So I said, that explains it. Why do you now want to buy a house in Lagos? If it's a residential house, you can go to the East and buy a residential house. Here, people can move to the East easily.
Closer to home.
Yes, why do you want to buy land here? Besides, you are talking about buying land here for about 7 million. That you went to a certain place, they showed him land for 7 million. Then there's an estate there that is also selling land for 25 million. I said, with 7 million, you can buy about 3 pieces of land in the East. So we got talking and he was convinced. He said, if that is the case, who will?
He's an Igbo man.
He's an Igbo man, yes.
So it means that strategy might work for a man who is an Igbo man.
Igbo man, exactly.
And besides, his state in business and his probable time of relocation. And he has put in 15. And I don't know his age, they haven't put 15. It's obvious that he doesn't have up to 20 more again in front of him. So it will rather make sense that he go and invest that money where it will have like a dual value. It will serve him now that he's still doing business. Even when he gets good, he can still shuttle from that.
And there is stability issue too.
And this issue of this, yes.
Can I have a question? What of when somebody is investing to maybe, you know, because land appreciates. Somebody, we're talking about where one will live. And when you are living in a house where like rentage of Lagos price is going every day, and you decide to have a place, you know that you have a lawyer that will help you to see that, because the challenge with what is changing. You know, for those billions, when you buy, these people will come, before you know what is happening, you lose the land. So you have a lawyer that will help you to make sure that that particular place is safe. Instead of person believing like the way the price of the house in Lagos is skyrocketing, the normal place you buy, you and your family will live. Is it not good? Or somebody like hearing of the those places, something you will buy that is safe. Maybe because he appreciates. Within a short time, you can sell it. You understand me? And invest. Is there anything bad in doing that in Lagos? Provided you know that that place has something CFO, paper that will show that that mansion, only where he and his family will live. While when you come to my area now, like Anambra State, even if I could not be there, but the type of development that is going there, I think land will appreciate as well. Like with Anambra, there is no part of Anambra State now, the land is not appreciated.
Yes.
When you buy land in Anambra, any part of Anambra, you can even sell it after 1 month and make money. So how do we compare these two ideas?
Yes, sir. So, okay, I want to make mention of something that you said, something having to our value, which is you be able to have the land to live there, and also you be able to have the land to invest the money and also get your money back. So, what he said now can only relate to an Igbo man. That is first, an Igbo man. Because most women are here because of the business, because the population that is here, they can easily make more money. But when a man is able to see that you can be able to make the money and also live there, you will buy the idea of getting land in this. Sorry, what?
I think the case you just mentioned is slightly different from the one you put up before. The difference lying in the fact that this man still has some potentials for investments. He's looking at it that probably I didn't know the age of the people involved. But in this case, I understand probably he's still a young person that is still interested in doing business. He's looking at it primarily for the purpose of investing. The classes of usage, for example, for these two people might not be the same. This one is probably talking about 15 years in Lagos, and you are talking about trying to invest in the property. I am sure you must be thinking in the line of retirement. Haven't stayed 20 or stayed 15 or 20. But in his own case, it's more like he's trying to invest. Yes, he's trying to do it as an investment. Fine, you can put it up. But like I said, the cases of these two different examples differ. When he was discussing his own, I didn't know the person, but I probably thought that maybe having stayed 20 years, stayed 15 years, the person obviously must have spent more than half of his time. So whatever he intends to do now is just going to be towards retirement. But from his own instance, I get to notice that he's probably to his own case. He's probably a young person and he's talking about
Is that
let me say
it's all a question of conviction.
Yes.
You know, you may want, and a question of you deciding what you want to do with your life. You can be of any age and you decide to buy land in Lagos and allow it to appreciate. You know, but it all depends, as I said, what you are thinking about your life. There are people who came to Lagos not to stay, they came for business. And once you do whatever you want to do, you want to go back home. And going back home, you need a comfortable place to live. People are setting up estates, they want to buy land, so you might decide to go and buy land. In Lagos too, and think that, okay, let me get another means of income. Let me not rely on this single means of income. I want to buy land with the intention that after maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years, that land will appreciate. People will buy land. So the two cases are just a question of conviction. I have stayed here, let me change the place. I want to buy land here and use it as another source of income. You know, so
But I think all those questions they are also very necessary. Asking the person some kind of questions like how long you intend to stay here?
Yes.
What kind of business do you do? Those questions are still necessary. And you still know or how you give the person
the fundamental aspect of marketing is asking questions. Yes, that's the center of marketing. If you go into the market and you begin to be the person who talks more, you know, find out from people what their needs are. So by way of asking questions, once you ask questions, they will tell you what they want. Then you can now go ahead and do what they say, whatever they say. So the pivot of marketing and success in marketing is asking questions.
I guess that's the way to seal up the whole topic for today. Alright, I want to thank everyone for coming around today. I really, really appreciate your presence today. And may God bless every one of you. Yes. So, quick announcement, please.
I spoke about yesterday about the 2 remaining plots. I wanted to know, and they told me that they are, and that they are not common piece. Because people are making inquiry about it. I wanted to know about it. So I wanted to get to you, but I didn't get the number. But I wanted to know whether it's still the same price.
Of course, season.
So when I spoke with him, he said, yeah, that's the same price that they are available.
Okay, excuse me, Jay. You mean in Asaba for now is only 2 plots?
Yeah.